And here she is, my very first podcast episode. And this one is the Emily Humming Podcast, Episode 1, Growth and Growing Up. And I just had some thoughts to share with you guys. Just some ramblings and things and stuff of me. So, like the title says, I've been thinking about growth and growing up and how those two things are intertwined and they really do feed off of the opposite. And I see them as the opposite because there's growth and there's growing up. And when you're growing up, you're going from immature through maturity through further growth and growing up. But growth, to me, it's the opposite of true growing up because it's a different kind of process. It's when you can look back and see the growth. Growing up is the steps to get there. But growth itself is, in my eyes, it's the way you can look back and see those challenges overcome, see the way that you've changed and progressed. Does that kind of sort of make sense? Anyway, there is growth in growing up. We don't become grown-ups. We are constantly and forever growing up, growing into the next you, the next us. There is no age where we become a grown-up. Growing never ends. We are eternal flowers in a forever endless field. A garden with all these flowers. Some grow quickly, some grow more slowly. However, each and every single flower is growing. Sometimes our leaves fall with dryness, but only to sprout again. Sometimes the rain clouds don't bless a flower with that individual spray of healthy raindrops. We are all and each in a growth opportunity. Journey. Be productive in your growth. Do your best to grow and be gentle with yourself when you don't see the growth you hope for. Don't be impatient with time. Time is your friend. Time wants to bless and help and serve you. Time heals. And time will heal you. That's a promise. Time will give you time. You will have time to grow. It just has to be according to time. And I am a very, 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 very impatient person. But I look at growth and I want to grow up and I'm excited to grow out of the me I am now into the me that I can become tomorrow and then the next day and the next day and the next day. But it's all according to time. I have a timeline in my life that I don't know about. I don't know when it's going to end. I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow and the end of this week and then the start of next week. I don't know what's going to come. I don't know what's going to change. I just know that time is in charge and I can do my best to enjoy and to breathe and to not just survive but thrive. But I just really need to pay attention to my growth and aim for growth just to become more me and find myself more and just not so much do more but do more of me, more of what I want and love and use my time to the wisest ability that I can and that I'm taking care of it. I have to be time's friend so that time can give me a good time. And I hope this makes sense. And I'm trying to make sense here, but it makes sense to me because I'm really taking the time, right, no pun intended, to understand these thoughts, to record them, to acknowledge them. And I think that's a really important thing to do. We just need to pay attention to the time in our heads. What are we saying to ourselves? What are we doing to ourselves? Are we wanting to grow? Do we grow up? Are we trying to grow out of things? Are we seeing the growth? If you look back on last year, 3 years ago, 5 years ago, if you look back on who you once were, are you proud of the person who you have changed into, who you've become? Do you want that person back? Do you miss some traits? Do you want those traits enhanced? Do you want those traits back? Are you unhappy, not okay with certain traits that need to go, that need to change, that need to die? You're allowed to do that because you have time. You have this thing called time that allows you to change and move on and prosper and grow. And your growth, it doesn't just go upwards. You have so many different opportunities and options in front of you where you can go any direction you want. You are going up, hopefully, but you can go off to the side. You can sprout a vine or two, I don't know if this part makes sense, but I'm just trying to stress the fact that it's not just a game of feeling like you can only go up, and if you go down if you don't grow as fast, if you're not on the up and up and up, then you're in the wrong. No, that's not true. You can grow in your own way. You can grow in your own time. All you have to do to grow is just to try. And you can change your mind, and you can change your life. And because you can change your mind, you can change your life. And because you can change your life, you can change your mind. Okay? And I'm rambling, but that's okay because that's the point of this, right? So, thoughts, growth, and growing up. That's all I got for now. This was episode 1. I hope to see you, well, kind of, for what's to come next. My next episode is a question mark. We shall see. But yeah, and I'm stalling because I like this kind of stuff and I like to talk, as you can probably assume. All right. Emily Humming and growth and growing up.